What if the walls of your own mind are the only real prison you've ever known? For your entire life, you may have carried invisible chains, forged not from steel, but from thoughts you accepted as absolute truth. Today, we dismantled that prison, brick by brick. This journey is an awakening, a return to the boundless freedom that is your original nature. The limitations you experience in your career, your relationships, your inner world, they are not solid, unchangeable realities. They are reflections, echoes of beliefs you have internalized, often without ever questioning their validity. Your true essence is not limited. It is vast, creative, and inherently free. So how did you learn to build these walls in the first place? Consider the story of a traveler. For years, he journeyed across deserts and mountains, his wrists and ankles bound by heavy, rusty chains. The weight slowed his every step, making his path a torment. One scorching afternoon, exhausted, he collapsed in the shade of a great ancient tree. As he lay there, a gentle wind whispered through the leaves, carrying a strange and simple realization. He looked down, truly seeing his shackles for the first time. To his utter astonishment, he saw they were not locked. There were no keys, no complex mechanisms. With trembling hands, he simply unclasped them. They fell to the dust with a heavy thud. He had been free all along, bound only by his unwavering belief in his own captivity. You, like this traveler, may be constrained by chains of your own making. These bonds are forged in the fires of past experiences, the words of others, and the stories you've repeatedly told yourself. But liberation begins with a single, powerful act: awareness. The first step to unlocking your innate power is understanding a profound truth. You are not your thoughts. The constant mental chatter, the fears, the doubts, the judgments that feel so intensely real, they are merely passing events in the vast field of your consciousness. They are clouds drifting across the sky. They are not the sky itself. You are the sky, not the passing clouds. As you cultivate this self-awareness, you begin to create a crucial space between your essential self-aware presence that you are, and the thoughts that arise within you. This space is the very key to your freedom. It allows you to observe your inner dialogue without becoming entangled in its drama. From this place of detached observation, you gain the power to choose which thoughts to engage with and which to let pass by, like leaves floating on a gently moving stream. Let me share with you the tale of a seeker and a sage. In a secluded mountain retreat, a seeker approached a teacher known for his profound peace. "Master," she asked, "how do I silence the relentless voice in my head? It never stops." The sage smiled with deep knowing. "My child," he replied, "why seek to silence what can become your greatest teacher?" He then guided her to a pool of crystal clear water. "Look at your reflection," he instructed. As she gazed into the still water, he continued, "Now, touch the surface with your finger." She did, and ripples spread across the pool, distorting the image. "Your thoughts are like these ripples," the sage explained. "They may disturb the surface, but they cannot change the silent, deep depths of who you truly are. Learn to observe the ripples without becoming them, and you will unlock a power within that you've always possessed." This story illustrates a fundamental shift. Your inner voice, when understood and observed with loving detachment, transforms from an obstacle into a tool for immense growth. By learning to step back and witness your mental activity, you gain the power to choose your responses consciously rather than reacting unconsciously to every passing thought. To begin this practice of self-observation, try this simple meditation. Find a quiet place and sit comfortably. Close your eyes and take a few deep cleansing breaths, allowing your body to soften and relax. Now, in your mind's eye, imagine yourself sitting on the bank of a gently flowing river. As thoughts arise, and they will, picture them as leaves floating on the water's surface. Don't try to stop the leaves or change their course. Don't judge them. Simply observe them as they drift into your awareness and then pass on by. If you find yourself getting caught up in a particular thought, gently, without criticism, return your attention to the river and continue watching. Practice this for just a few minutes each day. This simple technique cultivates the awareness of that sacred space between your true self and your thoughts. setting you firmly on the path to your limitless potential. Now, let's explore the nature of this observer. In a remote monastery, a young monk named Leo sought enlightenment through strict vows of silence. For years, he practiced quietude, believing that in the absence of speech, he would find the truth he sought. Yet a restless peace eluded him. One day, an elder monk approached. "What troubles you, my son?" he asked. Leo, breaking his silence, confessed his deep frustration. The elder smiled warmly and said, "True silence is not the absence of sound, but the presence of a deep, listening awareness. Listen not with your ears, but with your entire being." Puzzled but willing, Leo returned to his meditation. This time, instead of trying to force his thoughts into silence, he began to listen to the space between them. And in that moment he discovered a profound stillness that had always been there, waiting patiently to be noticed. Leo realized that enlightenment was not found in the violent silencing of thoughts, but in becoming aware of the silent, witnessing presence within. You, like Leo, possess this innate ability to witness your thoughts without becoming entangled in their stories. This realization is utterly transformative. You are not your thoughts. You are the conscious awareness that perceives them. Imagine your mind as a vast, clear sky. Your thoughts are like clouds drifting across this boundless expanse. Some are light and fluffy, others are dark and heavy. But regardless of their nature, they are all temporary visitors in the infinite space of your awareness. By shifting your identity from the content of your thoughts to the awareness that holds them, you liberate yourself from their grip. You begin to understand that your true self is not defined by what you think, but by the consciousness that knows you are thinking. Reflect on the tale of the traveler and the ocean of peace. A weary traveler arrived at the edge of a great desert, his mind burdened with anxieties about the difficult journey ahead. An old sage approached and asked, "What troubles you, friend?" The traveler poured out all his worries. The sage listened with immense patience, then said, "Close your eyes. Picture your thoughts as grains of sand held tightly in your hands." The traveler did so. "Now," continued the sage, "imagine yourself standing at the shore of a vast, calm ocean. Open your hands and release the sand into the water." As the traveler visualized this, he felt a profound sense of peace wash over him. "Your thoughts are but grains of sand," the sage explained. "Your true self is the ocean, boundless, tranquil, and completely unaffected by the tiny disturbances on its surface." This narrative reveals the limitless nature of your inner awareness. To strengthen this witness, practice this exercise. Find a quiet space. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Bring to mind a persistent worry. Observe this thought as if it were an image on a movie screen. Notice its shape, its color, its intensity without trying to change it. Simply watch it. As you continue to observe, imagine the thought gradually losing its solidity, becoming transparent, less defined. Finally, visualize it dissolving completely, leaving only the vast, calm space of your aware presence. Often, we find ourselves tangled in a complex web of our own creation. In a lush forest, a small spider named Silas wove his web with meticulous care. Each silken thread was placed with precision, creating an intricate, beautiful pattern. Silas took great pride in his creation, believing it to be the most perfect web in the entire woodland. As days passed, his web grew larger and more complex. He added layer upon layer, convinced that a grander web would bring him greater security and more prey. But in his relentless pursuit of perfection, he failed to notice how his masterpiece was slowly encircling him. One morning, Silas awoke to find himself trapped at the very center of his own creation. The very threads he had spun with such care now held him captive. In his drive for control, he had woven himself into a prison of his own making. You, like Silas, may find yourself entangled in a web of limiting beliefs. These are thoughts you have repeated so often that they have solidified into what feels like unshakable reality. They are woven so gradually that you hardly notice their restrictive nature until you feel unable to move freely. Yet, just as Silas's web was made of delicate silk, your limiting beliefs are fragile mental constructs that can be dismantled once you recognize their true nature. To begin unraveling this web, you must first become aware of its threads. Listen closely to your inner dialogue. What stories do you tell yourself about your capabilities, your worth, your place in the world? These narratives are the very threads of your web. Consider the story of an elder named Ben, who was revered for his wisdom yet rarely left his small home, bound by an inexplicable fear of the outside world. One day, a curious child asked him, "Why do you always stay inside?" This simple, innocent question sparked a powerful journey of self-inquiry for Ben. He began to question the origin of his fears. Where did this come from? He asked himself. Who told me the world was unsafe? As he delved deeper, he realized his fears were based entirely on stories he had been told as a child, stories he had never thought to question. With each inquiry, Ben felt a little freer. He started taking small steps outside, challenging his long-held beliefs. To his astonishment, he found the world to be full of breathtaking beauty and wonder. By questioning the validity of his fears, Ben had liberated himself from a prison built entirely from unexamined thoughts. Like Ben, you hold the power to free yourself through the art of inquiry. To start this process, take a journal and find a quiet space. At the top of a page, write, "I believe ... and complete this sentence with the first thought that comes to mind. Continue, filling the page with beliefs you hold about yourself and your life. Once complete, choose 3 that feel particularly limiting. For each, ask, where did this belief originate? Is it based on fact or an unchallenged assumption? What evidence contradicts it? How would my life be different if I released it? This practice begins to untangle the threads of your self-imposed limitations. The ultimate freedom comes from shattering the core illusions themselves. In the misty mountains. A mystic named Kira was known for her ability to see beyond the veil of ordinary perception. One day, as she meditated before a large ornate mirror, she noticed her reflection beginning to shimmer and shift, revealing glimpses of a luminous world beyond. Intrigued, Kira reached out to touch the mirror's surface. To her astonishment, her hand passed through as if it were made of water. Taking a deep breath, she stepped forward, shattering the illusion of the solid mirror and emerging into a realm of pure light and infinite possibility. In that moment, Kira realized the mirror had been nothing more than a manifestation of her own limited perceptions. By breaking through, she had shattered the illusions that had kept her bound to a narrow, confined view of reality. You, like Kira, have the power to shatter the mirrors of illusion in your own life. Your perceptions shape the world you experience, creating a reality that seems fixed and immutable. Yet these perceptions are merely reflections of your thoughts, beliefs, and past experiences. To break free is to open yourself to a world of limitless possibilities. As you begin to see beyond the boundaries of your current perceptions, you unlock the door to a reality far more expansive than you ever imagined. Think of Maya, a seeker of truth who had traveled to distant lands and studied with renowned teachers, yet still felt she was peering at the world through a foggy window. One day, exhausted, she sat beneath a tree and closed her eyes. In that moment of stillness, she realized the fog wasn't in the world around her, it was in her own mind. Her doubts, fears, and preconceptions had clouded her vision. With this realization, Maya began to clear away the fog of her own making. She questioned her assumptions, challenged her fears, and let go of her need for absolute certainty. As her inner vision cleared, the world around her transformed, revealing a depth and beauty she had never before perceived. To help you see beyond perceived limitations, try this visualization. Find a quiet place. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Imagine yourself standing before a large mirror representing your current reality. Look closely at your reflection, noticing any perceived limitations. Now imagine reaching out and feeling the surface give way like a thin film of water. Step forward through the mirror. Envision yourself emerging into a vast, open space filled with brilliant light, the realm of infinite possibility. Here, see yourself accomplishing your deepest desires. Embody your highest potential. Feel this reality. Then bring this feeling back with you, knowing the limitations you once perceived were merely illusions. Before we go deeper, if this resonates with you, please support this channel by hitting the like button. It helps immensely. And let me know in the comments where you're watching from. It's amazing to connect with this global community. Now, let's continue. The gateway to true power and presence is found only in the now. In a tranquil valley, a sage named Eli had spent years seeking inner peace. He traveled far, studied ancient texts, and practiced rigorous disciplines, yet true serenity remained elusive. One day, exhausted, he sat beneath a willow tree by a gentle stream. As he simply watched the water flow, he had a sudden, profound realization. In his relentless pursuit of peace, he had completely overlooked the beauty and tranquility of the present moment. In that instant of simply being, Eli found the profound peace he had long sought. The present moment is the only gateway to true awareness and inner transformation. It is here, in the eternal now, that all possibilities reside. When you fully inhabit the present, you connect with your deepest self and the infinite wisdom of the universe. Your mind often dwells in the past or races toward the future, creating a veil of illusion that obscures the richness of what is right here, right now. By anchoring yourself in the now, you dissolve this veil and open yourself to the fullness of life. In the present moment, you find freedom from the burdens of yesterday and the anxieties of tomorrow. Here, you can access your true power, make conscious choices, and align with the natural flow of universal energy. Consider Lena, a young seeker who was always restless, striving for a better future or ruminating on past mistakes. She sought wisdom everywhere, but inner peace remained elusive. One day, walking through a bustling marketplace, she was startled by the sudden crash of a merchant's pottery. In that single moment of surprise, her mind fell completely silent, and she became acutely aware of her surroundings, the vibrant colors, the mingling aromas, the hum of life. For the first time, Lena was truly experiencing life as it unfolded. She realized all her seeking had kept her from the richness of each moment. From that day forward, she practiced staying present, finding that life became more vivid, joyful, and deeply meaningful. To anchor yourself in the now, practice this. Find a comfortable position. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. Bring your attention to your breath, noticing the sensation of air entering and leaving your body. Don't control it. Just observe. As thoughts arise, acknowledge them without judgment and gently return to your breath. Now expand your awareness to include sensations in your body, then to the sounds around you. Finally, become aware of your entire being, breath, body, and surroundings all at once. Stay in this present awareness for a few minutes. A significant part of our suffering comes from carrying emotional burdens from the past. In a distant land, a wanderer named Kai carried a heavy sack upon his shoulders. It contained stones, each representing a burden from his past regrets, sorrows, old resentments. As he traveled, the weight bowed his back and slowed his steps. One day, exhausted, he encountered an old woman by a stream. She looked at him with kind eyes and asked, "Why do you carry such a heavy burden?" Kai replied, "These are my memories, my pains. They are part of who I am." The woman smiled gently and said, "But are they who you are now?" With those words, she took a stone from his sack and cast it into the stream. To Kai's amazement, as it sank, he felt a weight lift from his heart. Realizing her wisdom, Kai began removing the stones one by one, casting them into the water. With each stone released, he felt lighter, freer. When the last stone was gone, Kai stood tall, unburdened for the first time in years. The path to inner peace lies not in clinging to emotional burdens, but in learning to let them go. Your negative emotions, anger, fear, sorrow, are not who you are. They are passing experiences like weather patterns in the vast sky of your consciousness. When you detach from identifying with them, you create space for peace and clarity to emerge. This doesn't mean suppressing feelings, but observing them without becoming entangled in their stories. You are the ocean, not the storm. Master Lin, renowned for his serenity, was in his youth prone to fits of rage that left him drained and ashamed. One day, after a fierce outburst, he retreated to a grove to meditate. As he sat in silence, he observed his anger as if it were a separate entity. He noticed how it arose, peaked, and subsided, all without his intervention. In that moment of detached observation, Lin realized he was not his anger, but the awareness that perceived it. From that day, he practiced observing his emotions without identifying with them. His anger lost its power, and he discovered a wellspring of joy and love that had been obscured by his emotional turmoil. To release pent-up emotions. Try this meditation. Find a quiet place. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Take several deep breaths. Scan your body from head to toe, noticing any tension. Become aware of any emotions present. Don't try to change them. Just observe. Imagine these emotions as colored mist surrounding you. As you breathe in, visualize drawing this mist into your heart. As you exhale, see it transforming into pure, white light radiating out from your heart in all directions. Continue until you feel a sense of lightness and peace. A crucial step in growth is letting go of what no longer serves you. In a lush forest stood an ancient oak tree. As autumn approached, its leaves began to turn golden and brown. Many clung desperately to their branches, fearing the fall. But the wise old oak knew better. "My dear leaves," it whispered, "your time has come to let go. Only by releasing you can I make room for new growth when spring returns." Reluctantly, the leaves loosened their grip. As they fluttered to the ground, they realized that in letting go, they were participating in the eternal, beautiful cycle of renewal. You, like the oak, must learn the art of release. Your fears, outdated beliefs, and attachments are the dead leaves of your soul. By holding on to them, you prevent new opportunities and growth from taking root. Releasing what no longer serves you is not a loss, but a profound gain. It creates space for fresh experiences, ideas, and relationships to flourish. Just as the tree sheds its leaves to prepare for new growth, you must release old patterns to make way for your own renewal. Consider the emotions, beliefs, or habits that no longer align with your highest self. Letting go of these is not weakness, but profound wisdom and strength. The tale of Ilara, the unburdened traveler, illustrates this. Ilara had journeyed for years, her pack growing heavier with mementos of past sorrows and unfulfilled dreams. One day, struggling up a steep path, she met an old sage who asked, "Why do you carry such a heavy load?" Ilara replied, "These are my possessions, my memories, my fears. How can I let them go?" The sage smiled gently and said, "By carrying all that you were, you leave no room for who you might become." With trembling hands, Ilara opened her pack. She kept only what truly nourished her soul and discarded the rest. As she continued, she felt a newfound lightness. The path seemed less steep, the air fresher. She realized that in letting go, she had not lost herself, but found a new freedom to become her true self. To practice this, find a natural setting. Hold a small object representing something you wish to release: a fear, a grudge. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. With each exhale, imagine the energy of what you're releasing flowing out of you and into the object. When ready, place the object on the ground or bury it, saying, "I release this with gratitude for its lessons. I now create space for new growth and abundance." Feel the lightness and freedom, for your desires to manifest solidly in your life. They require a strong foundation. In a bustling village, a renowned builder named Arlo was asked by a wealthy merchant to construct the tallest tower in the land. Eager for the challenge, Arlo began construction immediately, focusing on the impressive height rather than the foundation. As the tower neared completion, cracks appeared in its base. Despite all efforts to repair them, the tower eventually collapsed. Devastated, Arlo sought wisdom from an old master builder. The master smiled knowingly and said, "A tower's strength lies not in its height but in its foundation. Build from the ground up, aligning each stone with care, and your creation will stand the test of time." Heeding this advice, Arlo started anew, meticulously preparing the ground and laying a strong, aligned foundation. When completed, this tower stood tall and unshakable. Like Arlo's tower, your desires require a strong foundation to manifest. This foundation is built through the alignment of your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your deepest aspirations. When these elements are in harmony, you create a powerful energy flow that attracts your desires into reality. To manifest effectively, first clarify your intentions. Visualize your goals with vivid detail, feeling the emotions of already having achieved them. This creates a vibrational match between your inner and outer world. Next, align your thoughts with your goals. Be mindful of negative self-talk and replace it with positive affirmations and unwavering faith. Your emotions are a powerful catalyst. Cultivate feelings of joy, gratitude, and excitement about your goals as if they are already real. This emotional alignment sends a clear signal to the universe. Finally, take inspired action. Listen to your intuition and act on opportunities. Each step brings you closer. Mira dreamed of being a renowned artist, but success eluded her. Frustrated, she sought a wise woman's counsel. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner state, the woman said. To change what you see outside, you must first transform within. Mira spent a year in self-reflection. She confronted her fears, released her doubts, and cultivated an unshakable belief in her abilities. She visualized her success daily, feeling the joy and gratitude. As her inner world shifted, so did her external reality. Opportunities appeared, and her art gained recognition. By aligning her inner state with her desires, Mira unlocked the key to manifestation. To align your energy, try this exercise. Find a quiet space. Close your eyes. Take several deep breaths. Visualize your desired outcome in full sensory detail. Create a powerful affirmation, for example, I am worthy and capable of achieving my goal. The universe supports my success. Repeat it aloud with conviction, feeling its truth. Then, set a clear intention. I intend to align my thoughts, emotions, and actions with my goal. I am open to receiving guidance and opportunities. Feel the energy of your intention flowing through you. Aligning your entire being, the art of emotional release is like a river learning to flow within its banks. In an ancient forest, a mighty river had flowed for centuries, nourishing the land. But over time it grew restless. It pushed against its banks, flooding the surrounding areas and causing chaos. One day, a wise old tree spoke. Why do you struggle so? The river replied, I feel constrained. I want to be free. The tree chuckled softly. True freedom comes not from overflowing your boundaries, but from flowing freely within them. Your strength lies in your natural course. The river understood. It ceased its struggle and learned to flow with grace and power within its banks. As it did, it discovered a newfound strength and purpose, bringing life to all it touched. Like the river, you may feel constrained by your emotions, pushing against the banks of your inner world. But true liberation comes from learning to flow freely within yourself, releasing the emotional blockages that hinder your growth. Emotional burdens weigh on your spirit, clouding judgment and limiting potential. By learning to let go, you create space for new growth and deeper self-awareness. This release isn't about suppression, but about acknowledging emotions, understanding their message, and allowing them to flow through you without resistance. As you practice this, old patterns shift. You become more adaptable, resilient, and in tune with your true self. Ravi was known for his healing abilities, yet he felt a heaviness in his own heart. People came from far and wide, but he was unwell. One night, a radiant being appeared in his dream. To truly heal others, it said, you must first heal yourself. Upon waking, Ravi realized the truth. He spent the next year in solitude, confronting his own pain and releasing the emotional burdens he carried. As he cleared his own heart, his healing powers grew stronger. Those he touched found not only physical healing but deep emotional liberation. To release stagnant energy, try this breathing exercise. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Imagine a warm, golden light entering your body with each inhale, filling you completely. As you exhale, visualize any stagnant emotions or negative energy leaving as dark smoke. Continue, focusing on areas of tension. With each exhale, release more darkness, replacing it with golden light on the inhale. After several minutes, take a final deep breath and exhale fully. Feeling lighter and energized. We often carry the immense weight of the past. In the misty mountains, a traveler named Aisha journeyed with her back bent under the weight of an enormous pack. It contained not provisions, but memories of past regrets, sorrows, and old wounds she couldn't leave behind. One day, climbing a steep path, she stumbled and fell. Her pack burst open, spilling its contents. As she gathered her belongings, she realized with sudden, piercing clarity that these memories were not treasures to be hoarded, but burdens that had been holding her back. With trembling hands, Isha unfastened her pack and left it by the wayside. As she continued, she felt lighter with each step, her spirit soaring with newfound freedom. Like Isha, you may carry the weight of your past. These memories, these old hurts, are not meant to be constant companions. The art of letting go is not about forgetting, but about transforming these experiences into wisdom that propels you forward rather than holding you back. Forgiveness of yourself and others is the key that unlocks these chains. It's not about condoning harmful actions, but about freeing yourself from the burden of carrying resentment and pain. When you forgive, you reclaim your power and open yourself to the boundless possibilities of the present moment. Remember, every experience has shaped you, but it need not define you. You are not your past. You are the awareness that has grown from it. By releasing the grip of old hurts, you create space for new joy, new opportunities, and new growth. A seeker approached a sage, complaining of the heaviness in his heart. "Master," he said, "I carry the weight of my past always. How can I find peace?" The sage smiled gently, picked up a beautiful gift box, and said, "The present is a gift." He offered it to the seeker, but as the seeker reached for it, the sage pulled it back. "Wait," he said. "First, you must put down what you're already carrying." The seeker looked confused, for his hands were empty. The sage explained, "Your hands may be free, but your heart is full of yesterday. The present is a gift, but you can only receive it when you stop dragging the past into it." At that moment, the seeker understood. He closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and consciously let go of his past burdens. When he opened his eyes, he felt lighter, and the present moment shone with new brilliance. To release the past, practice this visualization. Find a quiet place. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Take several deep breaths. Imagine yourself standing before a serene lake. In your hands, you hold smooth stones, each representing a past hurt or regret. One by one, take each stone and infuse it with the lesson you've learned. Feel its weight lighten. When ready, gently toss each stone into the lake. Watch as ripples spread, carrying the wisdom into the world. As the last stone sinks, feel a profound sense of lightness and freedom wash over you. Your mind holds immense creative power. In a village nestled among rolling hills, a master sculptor named Anya stood daily before a massive block of stone, her eyes gleaming with vision. As villagers watched in awe, she would chip away, her focus unwavering, her movements precise. Days turned to weeks, weeks to months. Slowly, a form emerged from the shapeless rock. With each strike, Anya brought her vision to life. Finally, as the last sunlight touched her work, she stepped back, revealing a breathtaking masterpiece that seemed to capture the very essence of beauty. Just as Anya shaped stone with her focused mind and skilled hands, you have the power to shape your reality through the force of your thoughts. Your mind is the chisel. Your life is the block of stone waiting to be transformed. Every thought you entertain is a stroke upon the canvas of your existence. The universe responds to the energy of your mind, manifesting your dominant thoughts into tangible experiences. When you direct your mental focus with intention and clarity, you harness a creative power that can sculpt the very fabric of your reality. Consider your thoughts as seeds planted in the fertile soil of the universe. What you consistently think about, you bring about. Positive, empowering thoughts cultivate a life of joy, abundance, and fulfillment. Conversely, negative thoughts can manifest as obstacles. The key is conscious awareness. By becoming mindful of your thought patterns, you can shape them deliberately. Replace self-limiting beliefs with affirmations of your potential. Transform worry into visions of success. Let gratitude color your perceptions. This isn't about suppressing all negative thoughts, but about choosing which to nurture. Like a gardener, cultivate thoughts that serve your highest good. Your mind is the architect of your world. Lena, a young apprentice, dreamed of becoming a great painter. She approached a renowned artist, begging to be his student. The master agreed, but his first lesson was unexpected. "Before you touch a brush," he said, "you must learn to paint with your mind." Puzzled, Lena watched as the master closed his eyes. "Every thought," he explained, "is a brushstroke on the canvas of your destiny. What picture are you painting with your mind?" Lena realized her thoughts had been filled with doubt and fear. She had been painting a bleak future without knowing it. With this new awareness, she began to consciously direct her thoughts toward her dreams. As days passed, her outlook transformed. Her confidence grew, opportunities appeared, and her art flourished. By changing the picture in her mind, she changed the course of her life. To harness this power, set aside 10 minutes daily. Find a quiet space. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Visualize a blank canvas. Now imagine yourself painting your ideal reality on it. Use vivid colors and clear images representing your goals and desires. As you paint, feel the emotions of achieving these dreams: joy, excitement, gratitude. If doubts arise, acknowledge them and transform them into positive affirmations. After, open your eyes and write down 3 actionable steps you can take today to move toward that painted reality. Visualization is the blueprint for your future. In a serene valley, a dreamer named Arden would journey each night in his dreams to a realm of boundless possibility. He saw himself living a life of abundance and joy, every desire fulfilled. One fateful night, his future self appeared before him, radiating wisdom and contentment. This vision spoke, "The life you see is not just a dream, but a glimpse of what awaits you." Let this image guide your steps, for it is the blueprint of your destiny. Awakening with newfound purpose, Arden began to align his thoughts and actions with the life he had witnessed. As days passed, his reality slowly shifted to mirror his dreams, each step bringing him closer to the abundant life he had envisioned. Just as Arden's dreams guided him, you possess the power to shape your reality through visualization. Your mind is a potent tool, capable of creating vivid images that resonate with the fabric of the universe. When you engage in visualization, you are not merely daydreaming. You are aligning your vibrational energy with your desires. This alignment acts as a magnetic force, drawing experiences and opportunities that match your vision. To harness this, cultivate a clear, detailed image of your ideal life. See yourself living in abundance, surrounded by love, fulfilled in purpose. Feel the emotions as if it's already yours. The more real and tangible you make this vision, the more powerfully it will manifest. Visualization is not escape. It's about creating a bridge between your present and your desired future. As you consistently hold this vision, you'll naturally make choices and take actions that lead toward its realization. Zephyr had traversed many lands, always searching for something unnamed. One day, he encountered an ancient sage who asked, "What future do you see for yourself?" Realizing he'd never truly contemplated this, Zephyr closed his eyes and painted a vivid picture of his ideal life, living in a thriving community, sharing wisdom, creating beauty. The sage smiled. "Now carry this vision with you always. Let it guide your steps, and you will naturally walk into the future you've envisioned." Zephyr took this to heart. As he continued, he found himself drawn to opportunities aligning with his vision. Before long, he realized he was no longer wandering aimlessly, but purposefully moving toward the life he had imagined. To harness visualization, find a quiet space. Close your eyes. Take several deep breaths, relaxing completely. Envision your most expansive, fulfilled life. See yourself in your ideal environment, engaged in work that brings joy and purpose. Visualize the relationships surrounding you, the abundance you enjoy, the impact you have. Make it detailed. What do you see? Hear? Feel? Engage all senses. As you hold this vision, allow yourself to feel the emotions: joy, gratitude, accomplishment, fulfillment. Hold it for at least 10 minutes. As you open your eyes, carry this energy with you throughout your day. Emotional alignment with the universe is like tuning a musical instrument. In a bustling village, a musician named Lyra was renowned, yet she felt a persistent inner dissonance. Preparing for a grand performance, she noticed her beloved lute was out of tune. No matter how skillfully she played, the music sounded discordant. Frustrated, she sought a wise maestro. He listened and smiled knowingly. Your instrument is a reflection of your inner state. Only when you are in harmony with yourself can your music truly resonate with the world. Lyra spent days meditating, aligning her emotions with her deepest desires. As she found inner peace, her lute began to tune itself. When she played again, the music was so beautiful it brought tears to all who heard. Just as Lyra discovered emotional alignment, you can learn to synchronize your feelings with the universe's frequency. When your emotions resonate with your desires, you create a harmonic convergence that attracts what you seek. To align yourself, begin by identifying the feelings associated with your goals. If you desire abundance, cultivate gratitude and generosity. If you seek love, nurture compassion and openness. By consistently embodying these emotions, you tune yourself to the frequency of your desires. Remember, the universe responds not just to your thoughts, but to the energy you emit. When your feelings are in harmony with your aspirations, you send a clear, powerful signal that draws corresponding experiences into your life. Ether had long searched for the universe's secrets. Studying ancient texts, yet true understanding eluded him until he met a mysterious dancer who moved with otherworldly grace. The cosmos dances to a grand rhythm, she told him. To understand its secrets, you must learn to move in harmony with its flow. Intrigued, Ether began to observe nature's patterns, the moon's cycles, the changing seasons, the tide's ebb and flow. He realized these were all expressions of a cosmic dance. Slowly, he learned to align his own rhythms with the universe's. He found that when in sync, life flowed effortlessly. Opportunities appeared at the right moment. Challenges became stepping stones. To align your emotional frequency, practice this daily. Each morning, take a few moments to center yourself. Close your eyes. Take several deep breaths. Visualize your deepest desires and the emotions associated with them. Feel these positive emotions filling your entire being. Now, speak an affirmation aloud that encapsulates this state. For example, I am in perfect harmony with the abundance of the universe. Or, I radiate love and attract loving relationships effortlessly. Repeat it with conviction, allowing the emotions to resonate through you. Feel yourself tuning to this frequency. Carry this resonance with you throughout your day. One of the greatest transformations is turning fear into faith. In a kingdom long ago, a knight named Valor was renowned for bravery. Yet he harbored a secret fear of the unknown, holding him back from his true potential. One day, tasked with slaying a dragon threatening the realm, his fear grew with each step. On the eve of confrontation, he met an old sage who sensed his turmoil. Brave knight, the sage said, your fear is not your enemy, but a gateway to your greatest strength. Embrace it, understand it, and it will transform into unshakable courage. Heeding this, Valor spent the night in deep reflection. He realized his fear stemmed from his love for life and desire to protect others. At dawn, he felt a profound shift. His fear had transformed into an unwavering faith in his purpose. He faced the dragon not with recklessness, but with serene courage born of faith. He emerged victorious, having conquered not just the dragon, but his own inner demons, just as Valor transformed fear into faith. You can transmute doubts and fears into a profound trust in the universe and its guiding forces. When you face fears with courage and understanding, they become stepping stones to your highest self. Remember, the universe responds to your faith. When you replace fear with trust, you align yourself with infinite possibilities. Your belief becomes a beacon, attracting experiences that confirm your faith and propel you toward your goals. Lumina found herself in a dark forest with no clear path. Panic gripped her. In despair, she remembered her grandmother's words, "When lost, look within for guidance." Taking a deep breath, Lumina closed her eyes and turned inward. To her amazement, she sensed a faint glow emanating from her heart. As she focused on this inner light, it grew stronger, illuminating not just her surroundings but her path forward. Following this inner guidance, she navigated the forest with newfound confidence. She realized the light within was always present, waiting to be acknowledged and trusted. To cultivate unshakable belief, practice this mantra. Find a quiet place. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Take several deep breaths. Bring to mind a fear or doubt. Acknowledge it without judgment. Now repeat, I transform my fear into faith, my doubt into trust. The universe guides my path, and in its wisdom, I place my trust. Repeat several times. Feel the shift from fear to faith with each repetition. Visualize your fear dissolving, replaced by a warm, golden light of trust. Carry this mantra with you, using it whenever doubt arises. Your inner energy and intuition are a profound source of guidance. In a bustling marketplace, a dancer named Arya moved to a melody only she could hear. Her movements were fluid, graceful, as if guided by an invisible force. Onlookers were mesmerized, sensing something profound in her effortless flow. When asked her secret, Arya simply smiled and said, I listen to the music within. This teaches that true harmony comes from aligning with your inner rhythm. Just as Arya trusted the unseen melody, you can learn to attune yourself to the subtle guidance of your intuition. Your inner energy is a wellspring of wisdom, constantly flowing and guiding you toward your highest good. When you learn to trust this energy, decisions become clearer, actions more purposeful, and life itself more harmonious. Intuition is not just mystical. It's a practical tool for navigating life's complexities. It's the quiet voice that whispers truths your conscious mind may overlook. By cultivating a connection with this inner knowing, you open yourself to a deeper understanding of your path and purpose. In a village plagued by indecision, a wise sage named Zephyr would retreat into silence, listening to the whispers of his heart. While others sought soothsayers, he turned inward. One day, as drought threatened the village, the elders came for guidance. Instead of consulting texts, Zephyr closed his eyes and turned into his inner knowing. To everyone's surprise, he instructed them to dig a well in the driest part of the land. Though skeptical, they followed his advice. As they dug, they struck a hidden underground spring, saving the village. When asked how he knew, Zephyr simply replied, I listen to the wisdom that resides within us all. Like Zephyr, you can tap into this inner wellspring. By trusting your intuition, you align yourself with the universal flow, allowing life to unfold with grace and ease. To connect with your inner energy, practice this meditation. Find a quiet space. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Take several deep breaths. Imagine a warm, golden light at your center. With each breath, feel this light expand, filling your entire body. Become aware of the energy flowing through you, a tingling warmth or subtle vibration. Now, bring to mind a question or situation. Don't try to find an answer. Just hold the question. Listen deeply to subtle sensations in your body. Pay attention to any feelings, images, or thoughts that arise. Trust whatever comes, even if it doesn't make immediate logical sense. Your intuition often speaks in symbols and feelings. When complete, take a few deep breaths and slowly open your eyes. There is profound power in trusting the path of least resistance. In a distant land, a river named Serenity flowed with graceful ease. Unlike rivers that crashed against rocks, it curved around boulders, found hidden passages, and always reached its destination with minimal effort. Travelers marveled at its peaceful journey. A wise elder explained, Serenity teaches us the art of effortless progress. It does not fight against obstacles but finds the path of least resistance. This story illustrates that when you align with life's natural flow, you can achieve your goals with grace and ease. Like Serenity, you can learn to navigate challenges by surrendering control and trusting the universe's guidance. The path of least resistance is not passivity. It's about recognizing when to exert effort and when to allow life to carry you forward. By tuning into the universal flow, you open yourself to unexpected opportunities and solutions that surpass your own limited planning. A farmer named Wei had always struggled against nature. fighting to grow crops in poor soil and harsh weather. His harvests were meager, his spirit weary. One day, observing how wildflowers thrived without tending, Wei had an epiphany. He decided to work with nature rather than against it. He studied the land, planted crops suited to the soil, and followed natural rhythms. To his amazement, his farm flourished. The crops grew abundantly, requiring less effort than ever. Wei realized that by aligning with nature's wisdom, he had found a way to achieve more by doing less. Like Wei, you can learn to trust life's natural rhythm. When you surrender the need for constant control, you allow the universe to guide you toward your goals in ways you never imagined. To embrace this path, find a quiet moment. Take a few deep breaths. Reflect on areas where you feel you're struggling or forcing things. Write them down. For each, ask, am I resisting the natural flow? What would happen if I loosened my grip and trusted the process? Are there signs or opportunities I'm overlooking? Identify one small step to let go and allow the universe to lead. Commit to these steps. Observe how your journey unfolds with more ease and grace. Remember, surrendering control doesn't mean giving up on your dreams. It means trusting the universe has a plan for you that may exceed your expectations. By aligning with this flow, you open yourself to a life of effortless abundance and joy. Keeping your heart wide open is a superpower. In a barren desert, where water was scarce, a single rose grew, its petals vibrant red against the dull landscape. Travelers marveled at it. How do you bloom in such harsh conditions? They'd ask. If it could speak, the rose would have replied, I keep my heart open to all that life offers, the scorching sun, the rare drops of dew, the gentle breeze. In embracing all, I find the strength to bloom. This tale teaches that when you keep your heart open to all experiences joyful and challenging, you tap into an infinite source of strength and beauty. To truly thrive, you must cultivate the courage to remain open and vulnerable. Like the desert rose, you have the power to bloom even in harsh conditions. By embracing all aspects of your journey, you allow the universe's energy to flow through you, nourishing your spirit and enhancing your connection with the world. In a bustling village, a wise sage was known for his radiant joy and the abundance that followed him. Seekers asked his secret. He would smile and say, I keep my heart open to all the kind and the unkind, the fortunate and the unfortunate. In doing so, I become a vessel for love and abundance. The universe flows through me, bringing gifts beyond my imagination. People noticed that those who spent time with the sage left feeling lighter, more loved, and somehow blessed. His open heart had become a conduit for the universe's boundless generosity. Like the sage, you can cultivate this openness. By keeping your heart receptive, you create a magnetic field of love and abundance that naturally draws positive energy and opportunities. To practice this, try a heart-opening meditation. Find a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Visualize a warm, golden light in the center of your chest. With each breath, see this light grow brighter and expand, dissolving any barriers around your heart. Now, think of a challenging situation or person. Instead of resisting, visualize your heart opening even wider to embrace this experience fully. Feel the sensation of your heart expanding with love, compassion, and acceptance for all aspects of life. Stay in this state for a few minutes. When ready, slowly open your eyes, carrying this sense of openness with you. Practice this regularly and observe how it transforms your interactions and experiences. You were born for a limitless life. In a dense forest, an eagle was raised among chickens, pecking at the ground, unaware of its true nature. One day, a wise owl asked, Why do you not soar? The eagle, confused, replied, I am but a chicken. I cannot fly. The owl chuckled. Look up, my friend. You were born to fly beyond the mountains. Curious, the eagle stretched its wings for the first time. With a powerful leap, it took to the sky, soaring higher until it reached the mountaintops. In that moment, it realized its true potential in the limitless expanse beyond. This tale reminds you that you too were born for greatness. The limitations you perceive are often self-imposed illusions that have kept you tethered to the ground. when you were meant to soar. To break free, you must first recognize them for what they are, products of your mind. These barriers, born from fear, past experiences, or societal expectations, have no power over you unless you give them permission. Imagine your life as a vast, open sky. What would you do if you knew you could not fail? How would you live if you believed in your limitless potential? These are not idle questions, but invitations to expand your vision of what's possible. A traveler journeyed across many lands, always searching. One day, he came upon a mysterious mirror in an ancient temple. Gazing into it, he saw not his reflection, but visions of himself accomplishing extraordinary feats. Puzzled, he asked the temple keeper, "What magic is this?" The keeper smiled. "This mirror shows not what you are, but what you could be if you remove the limits you've placed upon yourself." The traveler understood then that his only true limits were those he had set in his own mind. From that day, he lived boldly, achieving things he once thought impossible. Like the traveler, you have the power to shatter illusory boundaries. Your potential is as vast as the universe, waiting to be explored. To embrace this boundless perspective, engage in this visualization. Find a quiet space. Close your eyes. Take several deep breaths. Imagine yourself standing at the base of a tall mountain. Feel the ground beneath you, the crisp air. Now, envision yourself beginning to float, rising effortlessly above the mountain. As you ascend, feel the exhilaration of breaking free. Continue rising higher, past clouds, beyond the atmosphere, into the vastness of space. From this vantage point, look down at Earth, recognize that all fears, doubts, and limitations that once seemed significant now appear tiny, inconsequential. Embrace the feeling of absolute freedom and limitless potential. Know this is your true nature. Slowly return to your body, bringing this expanded awareness into your daily life. Cultivating unshakable inner peace is the foundation for everything. In a lush forest, a serene lake reflected the sky above. As a fierce storm descended, trees swaying, leaves torn, the lake remained still, its depths undisturbed by the turmoil above. This lake represents the inner peace you can cultivate. Your essence can remain calm and steady even as life's storms rage. The path to abundance begins with nurturing this inner stillness. When you maintain unshakable peace, you align with the highest vibrations of the universe. From this alignment, you become a magnet for all you desire. Consider your thoughts and emotions as ripples on your being's surface. When you allow external circumstances to disturb your inner waters, you create turbulence that disrupts the natural flow of abundance. But when you learn to keep your inner lake still, you open yourself to receive the universe's gifts. A monk renowned for his serenity was challenged by a merchant. It's easy to find peace in a quiet temple, but can you maintain it in the chaos of the marketplace? The monk agreed. As they entered the crowded, noisy market, the merchant led him through shouting vendors and jostling crowds. To the merchant's amazement, the monk walked through the chaos with the same tranquil expression. When they emerged, the merchant asked, "How?" The monk smiled. "I carry my temple within me. The noise may surround me, but it need not enter." This teaches that true peace is not dependent on external circumstances. Like the monk, you have the power to cultivate an inner sanctuary that remains undisturbed regardless of external chaos. To develop unshakable inner peace, practice this breathing technique. Find a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes. Imagine yourself sitting beside the tranquil lake. As you inhale deeply through your nose, visualize drawing in the calm energy of the lake. Feel the serenity filling your lungs and spreading throughout your body. As you exhale slowly through your mouth, imagine releasing any tension or disturbance, allowing it to dissipate like mist over water. With each breath, feel yourself becoming more still, more peaceful. Envision your inner waters becoming increasingly calm and clear. Continue for several minutes, anchoring yourself in deep tranquility. When ready, slowly open your eyes. Carrying this sense of inner peace with you, you are a conscious creator of your reality. In a hidden mountain workshop, an alchemist toiled for years, seeking the secret of turning base metals into gold. One fateful day, gazing into his bubbling mixture, he realized a profound truth. The real alchemy wasn't in the metals, but in the power of his focused intention. With this revelation, he closed his eyes and poured all his energy, all his desire, into the crucible. When he opened them, he gasped. There, gleaming, lay a small nugget of pure gold. You, like this alchemist, possess the power of conscious creation. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions are the base metals that, when combined with clear intention, can manifest the gold of your desires. The universe responds to the energy you emit. When you align your inner world with your deepest aspirations, you set in motion forces that shape your external reality. This is the essence of manifestation, a principle as old as time. To harness this, recognize that every thought is a seed planted in the fertile soil of your mind. Your emotions water these seeds. Your actions provide the sunlight. By consciously choosing thoughts that resonate with your desires, nurturing them with positive emotions and taking inspired action, you create a garden of manifestation in a realm beyond time. A creator wished to understand the power of intention. She held a tiny seed, focusing all her thoughts on what it could become. In her mind's eye, she saw a magnificent tree with branches reaching for the sky and roots deep in the earth. Day after day, she nurtured this vision, pouring her energy and love into the seed. Slowly, it sprouted, growing taller and stronger. As her vision remained steadfast, the seedling transformed. Years passed, and where once was a seed and a dream stood a majestic tree, a living testament to the power of focused creation. This tale illustrates that every grand manifestation begins as a single thought nurtured by unwavering intention. Your mind is the fertile ground where these seeds take root. To harness conscious creation, practice this intention-setting exercise. Find a quiet space. Close your eyes. Take several deep breaths. Visualize your deepest desire as if already manifested. See it clearly. Engage all your senses. What does it look like? Feel like? Sound like? As you hold this image, feel the emotions gratitude, joy, excitement. Now, state your intention aloud using present tense. For example, I am living my purpose, or I am experiencing abundance. Repeat it 3 times, feeling it resonate more deeply each time. Finally, ask yourself, what inspired action can I take today to move closer to this reality? Listen for guidance. Open your eyes. Write down your intention and the action step. Commit to revisiting this practice daily, nurturing your intention like the Creator nurtured the seed. Mastering your emotions is like an archer mastering their arrow. In a serene mountain valley, a skilled archer stood before a distant target. Onlookers expected him to draw his bow with great force. Instead, he closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and centered himself, aligning body and mind. When he opened his eyes, he released the arrow with a gentle, fluid motion. It soared, striking the bullseye with perfect precision. You, like this archer, possess the power to hit your life's targets through emotional mastery. The bow is your intention. Your emotions are the arrow. When you learn to direct your feelings with precision, you can manifest your desires with remarkable accuracy. Emotional mastery is not about suppressing feelings, but about understanding and channeling them effectively. Each emotion carries a unique vibrational frequency that resonates with the universe. By consciously choosing and cultivating emotions that align with your goals, you create a powerful magnetic force that attracts corresponding experiences. A sage known for manifesting miracles led a group to a river. "Observe the river," he said. "It flows with great force, yet it does not fight against the rocks. Instead, it embraces them, flowing around and over them, carving new channels." The sage dipped his hand into the water. Our emotions are like this river. When we try to force or fight them, we create turbulence. But when we learn to channel them skillfully, they become a powerful creative force. To demonstrate, the sage focused intently. The observers gasped as the river's flow changed, forming beautiful patterns and even defying gravity for a moment. When he stopped, the river returned to normal. But the lesson was clear: mastery over emotions allows us to shape our reality, This narrative illustrates that your emotions are not obstacles, but powerful tools to be harnessed. By cultivating emotional awareness and learning to direct your feelings, you can create profound changes and manifest your deepest desires. To develop emotional mastery, practice this daily check-in. Find a quiet moment each day. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. Scan your body from head to toe, noticing tension or discomfort. Ask, what am I feeling right now? Name the emotions without judgment. For each, ask, does this emotion align with my intentions and desires? If not, visualize it transforming into a more supportive feeling. For example, turn anxiety into excitement. Take a moment to cultivate emotions that resonate with your desires. If manifesting abundance, focus on feeling grateful and prosperous. Before concluding, set an intention to carry these aligned emotions with you. Open your eyes. Write down your emotional state and any insights. By consistently practicing this, you'll develop greater awareness and control, allowing you to direct your energy more precisely toward your aspirations. The challenges you face are not obstacles. They are catalysts for spiritual growth. In a lush garden, a tiny caterpillar inched along a leaf, unaware of the profound transformation awaiting it. As days passed, it spun a cocoon, entering a period of apparent dormancy. To the untrained eye, nothing seemed to happen. But within that chrysalis, a miraculous metamorphosis was taking place. You, like this caterpillar, are on a journey of spiritual evolution. The challenges you face are not obstacles, but catalysts for your inner transformation. Each difficulty is an opportunity to shed old limitations and emerge as a more radiant version of yourself. Life's challenges are the cocoon in which your spirit grows. They may feel confining, even suffocating, but they are essential for your evolution. It is through overcoming these trials that you develop the strength, wisdom, and resilience needed to soar to new heights. A seeker set out to find enlightenment. Approaching a towering mountain, he saw 2 paths, one smooth and winding, the other steep and treacherous. An old sage appeared. Which path leads to enlightenment? The seeker asked. The sage smiled. Both paths lead to the summit, but only one will truly transform you. The seeker chose the challenging path. With each step, he faced obstacles, loose rocks, steep cliffs, harsh weather. Yet, with each challenge overcome, he felt stronger, more aware, more alive. When he finally reached the summit, he realized the journey itself had been his enlightenment. The obstacles had sculpted him into a being of wisdom and strength. This story illustrates that the path of growth is often the one that challenges us most. Each obstacle is not a roadblock, but a signpost guiding you toward your higher self. Embrace your challenges. See them as opportunities for growth, as teachers guiding you toward your true potential. When you shift your perspective, you transform the energy around your difficulties. Instead of resisting them, you flow with them, allowing them to shape you into the person you are meant to become. To reframe your challenges, practice this reflective journaling. Find a quiet space. Take a few deep breaths. In your journal, list 3 current challenges. For each, ask, what is this situation teaching me? How might this difficulty be preparing me for something greater? What strengths am I developing? Write a short paragraph for each, reframing it as an opportunity. Begin with, this challenge is a gift because ... Conclude with an affirmation. I welcome life's challenges as opportunities for growth. Each obstacle I overcome brings me closer to my highest self. By regularly practicing this, you'll begin to see challenges in a new light. Recognizing them as integral parts of your spiritual journey, life is a dance with infinite possibilities. In the vast cosmos, a celestial dancer twirled among the stars. Her movements were fluid, graceful. With each step, new constellations formed and galaxies swirled into existence. This cosmic choreography represents the infinite possibilities awaiting you in every moment. You, like this dancer, are constantly moving through a universe of boundless potential. Every breath, every choice opens doorways to new realities. The key is recognizing and embracing these limitless opportunities. When you align your energy with the universe, you become a co-creator of your reality. Just as the dancer's movements shape the cosmos, your thoughts, intentions, and actions shape your world. The universe responds to your inner state, reflecting back the energy you emit. A wanderer stood at the edge of an enchanted forest known for its ever-changing paths and magical occurrences. Many avoided it, fearing the unknown, but the wanderer with an open heart stepped in. As he journeyed, he noticed the forest responded to his state of mind. When he felt fear, shadows grew longer. When he embraced curiosity, flowers bloomed in his footsteps. When he opened his heart to wonder, magical creatures appeared to guide him. One day, he came upon a clearing bathed in golden light. There, he realized that by embracing the unknown, he had invited miracles into his life. The forest had been a reflection of his inner world all along. In a serene mountain valley, a skilled archer stood before a distant target. Onlookers expected him to draw his bow with great force. Instead, he closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and centered himself, aligning body and mind. When he opened his eyes, he released the arrow with a gentle, fluid motion. It soared, striking the bullseye with perfect precision. You, like this archer, possess the power to hit your life's targets through emotional mastery. The bow is your intention. Your emotions are the arrow. When you learn to direct your feelings with precision, you can manifest your desires with remarkable accuracy. Emotional mastery is not about suppressing feelings, but about understanding and channeling them effectively. Each emotion carries a unique vibrational frequency that resonates with the universe. By consciously choosing and cultivating emotions that align with your goals, you create a powerful magnetic force that attracts corresponding experiences. A sage known for manifesting miracles led a group to a river. "Observe the river," he said. "It flows with great force, yet it does not fight against the rocks. Instead, it embraces them, flowing around and over them, carving new channels." The sage dipped his hand into the water. Our emotions are like this river. When we try to force or fight them, we create turbulence. But when we learn to channel them skillfully, they become a powerful creative force. To demonstrate, the sage focused intently. The observers gasped as the river's flow changed, forming beautiful patterns and even defying gravity for a moment. When he stopped, the river returned to normal. But the lesson was clear: mastery over emotions allows us to shape our reality. This narrative illustrates that your emotions are not obstacles, but powerful tools to be harnessed. By cultivating emotional awareness and learning to direct your feelings, you can create profound changes and manifest your deepest desires. To develop emotional mastery, practice this daily check-in. Find a quiet moment each day. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. Scan your body from head to toe, noticing tension or discomfort. Ask, what am I feeling right now? Name the emotions without judgment. For each, ask, does this emotion align with my intentions and desires? If not, visualize it transforming into a more supportive feeling. For example, turn anxiety into excitement. Take a moment to cultivate emotions that resonate with your desires. If manifesting abundance, focus on feeling grateful and prosperous. Before concluding, set an intention to carry these aligned emotions with you. Open your eyes. Write down your emotional state and any insights. By consistently practicing this, you'll develop greater awareness and control, allowing you to direct your energy more precisely toward your aspirations. The challenges you face are not obstacles. They are catalysts for spiritual growth. In a lush garden, a tiny caterpillar inched along a leaf, unaware of the profound transformation awaiting it. As days passed, it spun a cocoon, entering a period of apparent dormancy. To the untrained eye, nothing seemed to happen. But within that chrysalis, a miraculous metamorphosis was taking place. You, like this caterpillar, are on a journey of spiritual evolution. The challenges you face are not obstacles, but catalysts for your inner transformation. Each difficulty is an opportunity to shed old limitations and emerge as a more radiant version of yourself. Life's challenges are the cocoon in which your spirit grows. They may feel confining, even suffocating, but they are essential for your evolution. It is through overcoming these trials that you develop the strength, wisdom, and resilience needed to soar to new heights. A seeker set out to find enlightenment. Approaching a towering mountain, he saw two paths, one smooth and winding, the other steep and treacherous. An old sage appeared. "Which path leads to enlightenment?" the seeker asked. The sage smiled. "Both paths lead to the summit, but only one will truly transform you." The seeker chose the challenging path. With each step, he faced obstacles, loose rocks, steep cliffs, harsh weather. Yet, with each challenge overcome, he felt stronger, more aware, more alive. When he finally reached the summit, he realized the journey itself had been his enlightenment. The obstacles had sculpted him into a being of wisdom and strength. This story illustrates that the path of growth is often the one that challenges us most. Each obstacle is not a roadblock, but a signpost guiding you toward your higher self. Embrace your challenges. See them as opportunities for growth, as teachers guiding you toward your true potential. When you shift your perspective, you transform the energy around your difficulties. Instead of resisting them, you flow with them, allowing them to shape you into the person you are meant to become. To reframe your challenges, practice this reflective journaling. Find a quiet space. Take a few deep breaths. In your journal, list 3 current challenges. For each, ask, what is this situation teaching me? How might this difficulty be preparing me for something greater? What strengths am I developing? Write a short paragraph for each, reframing it as an opportunity. Begin with, this challenge is a gift because ... Conclude with an affirmation. I welcome life's challenges as opportunities for growth. Each obstacle I overcome brings me closer to my highest self. By regularly practicing this, you'll begin to see challenges in a new light. Recognizing them as integral parts of your spiritual journey, life is a dance with infinite possibilities. In the vast cosmos, a celestial dancer twirled among the stars. Her movements were fluid, graceful. With each step, new constellations formed and galaxies swirled into existence. This cosmic choreography represents the infinite possibilities awaiting you in every moment. You, like this dancer, are constantly moving through a universe of boundless potential. Every breath, every choice opens doorways to new realities. The key is recognizing and embracing these limitless opportunities. When you align your energy with the universe, you become a co-creator of your reality. Just as the dancer's movements shape the cosmos, your thoughts, intentions, and actions shape your world. The universe responds to your inner state, reflecting back the energy you emit. A wanderer stood at the edge of an enchanted forest known for its ever-changing paths and magical occurrences. Many avoided it, fearing the unknown, but the wanderer with an open heart stepped in. As he journeyed, he noticed the forest responded to his state of mind. When he felt fear, shadows grew longer. When he embraced curiosity, flowers bloomed in his footsteps. When he opened his heart to wonder, magical creatures appeared to guide him. One day, he came upon a clearing bathed in golden light. There, he realized that by embracing the unknown, he had invited miracles into his life. The forest had been a reflection of his inner world all along. This tale illustrates that life mirrors your inner state. When you approach life with an open heart, embracing uncertainty and possibility, you invite magic and miracles into your experience. To cultivate this openness, practice this meditation. Find a comfortable position. Close your eyes. Take several deep breaths. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a vast, starry cosmos. Feel the infinite potential surrounding you. As you breathe in, visualize drawing in the energy of limitless possibilities. As you exhale, feel yourself expanding, becoming one with the cosmic dance of creation. Now, bring to mind a situation where you feel uncertainty or limitation. See it as a constellation before you. With your next breath, imagine this constellation dissolving, its stars rearranging into countless new patterns, each representing a potential outcome. Repeat. I am open to infinite possibilities. I dance with the universe, co-creating my reality. Spend a few moments in this space of openness. When ready, slowly bring your awareness back. By regularly practicing this, you attune yourself to the vast potential in every moment. Your spiritual journey is infinite and eternal. In the annals of time, a seeker's quest for enlightenment spanned countless years. He traversed mountains, crossed oceans, ventured into ancient forests, always searching for the ultimate truth. One day, sitting on a weathered peak, gazing at the vast expanse, a profound realization dawned. The treasure he sought was not a distant goal, but the very journey he had undertaken. This seeker's tale mirrors your own spiritual odyssey. As you turn the pages of your life, remember that each chapter contributes to the grand narrative of your soul's evolution. The journey itself is the destination, a continuous unfolding of wisdom and self-discovery. Your spiritual path is not a linear progression with a finite end, but a spiral of growth that continually expands and deepens. With each cycle, you revisit familiar truths with new eyes, gleaning fresh insights from age-old wisdom. This eternal dance of learning and transformation is the essence of spiritual mastery. An apprentice approached a wise elder, seeking the secret to ultimate enlightenment. The elder smiled. Every morning I wake up and ask myself, who am I today? And every evening I reflect on how I've grown. This is the path to true wisdom. Puzzled, the apprentice asked, but when will I know I've reached enlightenment? The elder replied, the day you stop asking that question is the day you begin to truly understand. This story illustrates that true mastery lies not in reaching a final destination, but in embracing the perpetual journey of self-discovery. Each new understanding becomes the foundation for the next phase of growth. As we conclude, honor the path you've traveled and open yourself to the infinite possibilities ahead. Engage in this practice of gratitude and reflection. Find a quiet space. Take a few deep breaths. Reflect on your spiritual journey thus far. Consider the challenges overcome, the wisdom gained, the growth experienced. Express gratitude for each step, both joyous and difficult. Recognize how each experience has shaped you. Now, turn your attention to the path ahead. Visualize it as an endless spiral of opportunities for growth and transformation. Say to yourself, I am grateful for the journey I've traveled, and I open my heart to the infinite possibilities ahead. My spiritual growth is endless, and I embrace each new beginning with curiosity and love. Take a few moments to sit with this feeling of gratitude and openness. Remember, your spiritual journey is a lifelong adventure. Each day offers a new beginning, a chance to delve deeper into the mysteries of existence and your own being. Embrace this eternal quest with an open heart and a curious mind, for in doing so, you align yourself with the infinite wisdom of the universe. The journey is the destination. Your growth is endless. As you reach the end of this exploration, pause and reflect on the journey you've undertaken. From the first moment to the last, you've traversed a landscape of inner transformation, shedding old beliefs and embracing new possibilities. Like a butterfly emerging from its chrysalis, you've begun to spread your wings, ready to soar into the vast expanse of your true potential. Remember, the chains that once bound you were mere illusions, constructed by the mind. Through each insight, you've learned to recognize these self-imposed limitations and gently release them. The power to shape your reality has always resided within you, waiting to be awakened. Celebrate the progress you've made. Perhaps you've discovered a newfound ability to observe your thoughts without attachment. Maybe you've cultivated a deeper sense of present moment awareness. These are not small feats. They are significant steps on the path to inner freedom. Yet, I understand this journey doesn't end here. True inner freedom is not a destination to be reached, but a way of being that unfolds continuously. Each day presents new opportunities for growth, new challenges to overcome, and new depths of self to explore. As you move forward, carry the wisdom you've gained. Let it be a guiding light as you navigate the ebb and flow of life. Remember that setbacks are not failures but opportunities for deeper understanding. Embrace the ongoing process of self-discovery with courage and an open heart. Trust that the universe, in its infinite wisdom, will continue to guide you. It whispers to you through intuition, speaks through synchronicities, and dances with you in moments of pure presence. You are now attuned to the rhythm of this cosmic dance. As you step into each new day, do so with the knowledge that you are eternally supported. Your journey of spiritual growth is boundless, filled with infinite possibilities waiting to unfold. If this journey has opened new doors for you, please support this channel by hitting the like button and sharing your thoughts in the comments. And remember, the community here at Rapidus is always exploring deeper truths. Thank you for watching.